First, I just got to ask you, how does it feel to be out here knowing you're going to play right here at home in a couple of days?
It's good to be home. It feels like it's been a long time since we got to play here, but that's kind of our schedule. Our schedule this year is interesting. We have to go on the road to some far places, sometimes back-to-back weeks, so we got to get used to it, but we're looking forward to just being home, and we feel like we play better at home, so hopefully it'll be a good experience for us, and as long as we keep getting better every week, ultimately it won't matter where we play, but you got to win your home games, so that's the mindset.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you guys haven't started classes, but just how has maybe the vibe in the city or just in the locker room changed since the way you guys finished last year, the best season in school history?
We're really looking ahead. We don't really talk about last year, really at all. A lot of it's just been trying to get better, for 2019, and we're not there yet. There's a lot of things we got to work on. There's a lot of roles we got to lock down and understand each other a little bit better, but we're getting there, and we understand it's a long season. We'll be a much different team right now in week 9, so that's the bigger picture, and that's really what we're looking forward to.
Yeah, just as a leader though of this team, you have to feel a little bit reassured knowing the way you guys produced last season and knowing some of your guys are coming back. How much confidence does that just give you leading this team?
I'm confident for sure. We have a lot of guys that have been through war for us here in some big moments and big playoff games and last-minute situations. So the experience when it comes to that is there. The big game atmosphere is not big to a lot of these guys anymore. But with that being said, we still have a lot of guys that are experiencing this for the first time. So the more they can get their feet wet in these early weeks, the better off they're going to be later in the year. That USD game coming down at the very end was truly a blessing in disguise, kind of, because we were able to execute at such a high level late in the game, which is really hard to simulate in practice. So the fact that we got that in week 2 of the season is going to make us better because we have a lot of young guys that need experience. So that's been good for us so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of overheard Coach, and obviously I saw practice. It seems like you guys are ready to hit someone else besides yourselves, but he mentioned, you guys have to have fight. Do you have that fight in this?
We have fight. We have a lot of hungry guys. We have a lot of guys with chips on their shoulder. It's funny, you guys might have came on the wrong day. That was our first fight in almost a year. We haven't fought in a long time like that, but just the competitive juices are flowing. Guys are never satisfied, so a part of them feels like they have a lot to prove still, and I think when you add all those together on a hot day, on a Tuesday where it's a grind, I think that happens. So we'll be a better team for it. We'll go in the locker room right now and play video games and drink water at the cooler. We'll be fine, but that happens. That's football, and we just move on. We're fine. We're great chemistry together.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you have any personal goals for yourself? Obviously to win and bring back a national championship to this school if you can, but for yourself and your position, what do you have set ahead for yourself?
I just want to be the best I can be. When it's all said and done and my career's over here, I just want to make sure that I got the most out of my body, my mind, my soul. I just want to make sure I got everything out of me. I don't want to graduate from here and feel like I could have gave more, or there was maybe more left in me. And if I can do that, I'm very satisfied. And whether that's winning a championship or winning an individual honor or anything along those lines, that's kind of out of my control right now. What's in my control is how I carry myself and how I can lead this team and how I can impact others. So that's really all I'm focused on, truly. That's all I got.
What did you work on the most in the off season? Was it, getting stronger? Was it your feet? What was your focus?
I definitely want to put on some weight, just to be able to be able to absorb more hits and be able to keep myself more healthy throughout the season. Worked on my footwork always, mechanics, release, try to get my release quicker, and then just trying to elevate other guys. Being a 5th-year senior, that becomes your job, once you get put into that role, and being voted captain, I took that to heart. So, just those things right there, just trying to get myself better for my guys, so I could perform at a high level, and then ultimately making sure that they're coming along with me. So that's what I worked on.
Awesome. What are you anticipating, knowing this stadium, knowing your fans, and knowing what you guys did last season? What are you anticipating come Saturday?
I'm anticipating a fun crowd, a lot of great support. We have the best alumni, we have the best students, we got the best family and friends here to come out and watch us play, and it's really a great atmosphere just because they're here to watch us and ultimately they just want to see us enjoying ourselves and really soaking up the experience. So I think that's the coolest part. There's not a lot of pressure to win, lose, or draw. It's just they're out there to watch us enjoy ourselves, and hopefully we can put on a show for them.
Absolutely. And I got to ask, one of the guys that put on a show for you last season, Keelan, just following his journey and obviously coming back to your game at Cal and stopping by practice with the cameras out here. What is it like just watching that come to fruition for him?
I couldn't be prouder. I could not be prouder. I mean, we talked about this all the time the past 2 years since when we were together, and we talked about how all he needed was an opportunity, and he worked his butt off during training camp, and the Lord blessed him with an opportunity. And I know that it's only going to grow from here. He's one of those guys that's never satisfied, and I know that he's going to take full advantage of the opportunity that he's given just because that's in his DNA. That's just who he is. He helped carry the load last year for us, and he's going to be able to do the similar things in the NFL with how smart he is and how much of a teammate he is. And it couldn't have happened to a better guy. I mean, that guy's like a brother to me, and anytime I can see him, it's always great. But man, I'm pulling for him. He's like family to me.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but there were a couple scouts out here. It kind of looked like they were checking you out. We were joking that the Jaguars guy was looking for the guy who threw to Keelan.
Yeah.
Are you getting a lot of attention now this season?
I'm not sure. I try to block that stuff out for now. I'm really not sure. I just know that I'm out here every day with the guys and coaches, and all that stuff is out of my control right now. I'm just focused on week 3 and making sure that everybody else is ready to go, and all that other stuff is not important right now.
Awesome. Anything else I missed? Want people to know about Aggie Nation?
You're good. Go Ags.